With the recent announcement that Moto2 rider Remy Gardner will be riding for KTM Tech3 next year, chances are high that current Tech3 rider Danilo Petrucci will be the one who will have to make way for Remy. With most teams having young talent at their disposal, there is a good possibility that Petrucci might be without a ride for 2022. Petrucci has now reflected on this possibility as quoted by Motorsport. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Moto World, is Petrucci sad about the possibility of leaving MotoGP next year? Petrucci began by stating that he is aware of his current situation. I cannot hide myself behind a finger, and I know perfectly the situation. Let's say I have not so many regrets. I gave my everything I got during this year. I arrived in MotoGP when I was 21, coming from Superstock series. I did everything to stay in MotoGP. He then pointed out how he has always had single-year contracts for the last few years. It's funny, since 2015 I got always a one-year contract, and I needed always to renew that instead of other riders who have multiple-year contracts. He then revealed if he will be sad about possibly ending up without a MotoGP contract next year. As I told you, I'm one of the oldest riders, and I cannot be sad about leaving MotoGP. I always give everything I got, and if it's not enough, I'm happy because I cannot do more. He then looked at Gardner's promotion and his own future. Gardner's promotion to MotoGP with Tech3 is well deserved, and I am not scared about my own situation. No, I have no talks with no one. My future is in my hands because I can be faster. I want to be faster because I know it's possible. He signed off by accepting that he is currently struggling and divulged that if he will consider switching to superbikes if he cannot stay in MotoGP. At the moment, I'm struggling. I have just one target, to continue with KTM. If not, I don't think I will go to superbikes. Sincerely, I didn't even think about it. Fast feed. Aprilia's Aleix Espargaro has two emotions about Aprilia not having a satellite team in 2022. From one side, he is angry because it will be more difficult for him, as he has to be the fast man and develop the new parts, maybe more tests. From the other hand, he's a little bit sad. He feels that this project is his project. Regarding his future teammate, he doesn't understand why Aprilia's test rider Andrea Dovizioso doesn't want to race, Aleix added. He then clarified that it's not decided yet. The door is still open for Andrea to join him next year. Pramac's Jorge Martin, who has been recuperating from an ankle injury and has missed the last 4 races, will be making his return this weekend in Catalunya. Martin has revealed that it's been a long month for him, really tough. He's been working a lot during this time trying to get recovered as soon as possible. He also divulged that his target was to come for Mugello, but for sure they know that it's not the best track to come back. It's really physically demanding, and he could see a lot of the bikes moving and shaking, so he thought it was better to return in Catalunya. He further hopes that he can have a great weekend. He doesn't have any target for any result, just to get some confidence, to make laps, and hopefully they can do a good job. Suzuki's Alex Rins has suffered a wrist injury while training on a bicycle at the Catalunya circuit, and he will miss out on the race this weekend. Rins feels that it's a shame what happened today. He really wanted to race here and to have a solid performance to get back on track after some tough races. He'll undergo surgery and then they'll talk about timings for the recovery. In any case, they will work really hard to get the feeling back as soon as possible and to try to return quickly. He doesn't know yet if he'll be ready for the German Grand Prix, but he will work hard to be fit by then. Suzuki have, meanwhile, confirmed that they won't be bringing in a stand-in rider to replace Rins this week in Spain. Yamaha's Maverick Vinales has split from his current crew chief Esteban Garcia ahead of this weekend's Catalunya MotoGP. Garcia's place will be taken by Valentino Rossi's former crew chief Silvano Galbucera. Petronas Yamaha's Franco Morbidelli can understand why some riders didn't want to race in Mugello after Jason Dupasquier's death. However, he added that by racing, at least you can show the people at home the good as well as the bad parts of their wonderful sport. Will Danilo Petrucci find a ride in MotoGP for 2022? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of MotoGP.